What's up guys, YST here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today we're going to be doing a showcase on the one, the only Archmage Helmet. Now this guy is attainable through the normal Doom Tower, through the secret room fragments. And let me know in the comment section, have any of you guys actually attained this champion yet? If so, congratulations, because this dude is completely game changing, especially for progression. Now, I'm not gonna lie, if this dude was a legendary champion, I wouldn't be disappointed, and that's not an understatement, and I would put him up there, potentially the best normal Doom Tower champion that you can get at the moment. But let me know in the comment section if you guys disagree. Now, what it's down to is such an amazing kit. So let's just start off with it, right? So with the Psychic Guidance, he has a 30% increased speed with an increased crit rate and an increased crit damage buff on all allies for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. Now this is an amazing ability because if you start to think about not having to crit cap your champions if Archmage is in your team, that's just phenomenal, right? And of course, bringing in that increased crit damage to do some extra damage and a 30% increased speed buff to keep those cycles going. So technically, you could build this dude with 70% crit rate, and as long as you're placing the Psychic Guidance first, you're gonna have no problem being able to crit to coincide with this A2 ability here with Time Slip. Now this one here is probably the shine of his kit, probably the most versatile for many areas of the game. So he attacks one enemy, and I believe it's got a really high damage multiplier on the single target, and then the AoE is a bit of a reduced amount, but he attacks all other enemies if the first attack is critical, where this is where you want to have those 100% crit rate thresholds to make full use of the second part of this kit. So the second hit has a 75% chance once booked of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Now it doesn't stop there, so after your attacks, decreases the turn meter of each enemy without a stun by 20%. So even if you're not landing that stun, like whereas someone like an Astrolon does 100%, it doesn't matter because the other champions are still going to get a turn meter reduction, so your other champions can cycle through and potentially place some more CC with someone like a Seal of the Drakes. This is an amazing kit and it's on a 3-turn cooldown as well. Very amazing for an epic champion. Now A1 ability also has a great damage multiplier and attacks one enemy, fills this champion's turn meter by 10% and fills the turn meter by 20% if this attack is critical. And you can kind of buff this up to some extra damage output. It's outstanding, guys. It's absolutely an amazing kit. And with the Chrono Isolation, he is immune to turn meter decrease effects. So people like Lysandra, Evil Eye Masteries, Deacon Armstrongs, Sylars, anybody that's trying to decrease the turn meter of your Archmage, he's like, nope, get the heck out of here. I am not getting decreased by that. So an amazing passive here. And I must say, in the arena, this can come into play so well for progression, because if they're kind of reducing the turn meters of your other champions, and your Archmage is going pretty fast, he could potentially cut in, place those stuns, drop their turn meter, and allow your other champions to kind of fall back into sync and get back into the battle. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, guys. I can't express it enough. Now, an aura. A bit on the low side, but if you don't have a crazy fast arena aura, 17% is definitely worth bringing in if you're just trying to progress. And I know the arena is pretty hard and everybody's got arbiters, but when you're facing Gorgorabs or Deacon Armstrongs, it's definitely in the realm of being able to compete, right? So if you don't have better options, look no further than this aura. Now in terms of how I've built this champion today, I'm using Perception, which you can get from Forged Materials, and then an off-piece set. Mainly just trying to optimize the stats that I'm looking for today. So in terms of what we're looking for is crit rate, crit damage, because you just want to bruise the enemy team, right? It's not super necessary to stack crit damage by any means, but if you could try squeeze a bit in there, definitely worth it if you've got the gear to do so. So also accuracy, we want to be able to place those stuns, right? So speed, attack percent and crit damage, crit rate and speed, HP percent, speed and crit rate, Now, I've done crit damage on the gauntlets because later on, we're going to be showcasing him in the arena. And I just want to showcase that he's not only a CC champion, but he can actually hit pretty decently hard with his abilities. So, not necessary if you can't do this with crit rate in your substats. Just put crit rate on the gauntlets, you'll be completely fine. Or if you're opening up with that A3 ability, put him down to a 70% crit rate, and potentially you might actually get your crit damage gauntlets because he's getting that boost, right, of 30%. Now, he's got attack percent on the chest plate. His base attack is really low. That's the only issue with trying to build him for pure damage. But if you don't want to put attack percent, you want a tanky Archmage, just remove attack percent and go HP or defense percent. Now, on the boots, we have got speed with some crit rate rolls. Accuracy, of course, on that banner to place those debuffs. We got crit damage on the amulet. And then we got attack on the ring with some HP percent to add to that sustainability. Overall stats here, we're at a 46,000 HP. He's got a really nice base here of 18,000. So if you're trying to optimize the survivability, you're not going to have a hard time trying to build this dude. As you've seen today, no HP percent or defense percent main stats. Attack at 3,000, which is pretty high for his base attack, right? 2.2k defense. And this bit here is key. Archmage, speed, key. Get it in your minds, guys, because you want him to be going fast, outspeeding your other allies to place those buffs so your other champions can seek the rewards of those crit rate and those crit damages. So even if your other champions in your dungeon teams are not crit capped, he's able to pick up the slack and pretty much put them to those 100% crit rate thresholds. 100% crit rate, 235% crit damage, and 360 accuracy. So when we go to the arena, we don't have to worry about getting resisted, right? We really want to showcase him today. Masteries that I've gone with. Let me just move myself out of the way. I've got myself in a rhythm of doing this now. So there's two ways I would say you can do this. Potentially three ways. So the way that I built him today is mainly for trying to bruise the enemy team on the waves, right? Whereas you can also go War Master if you want to deal damage to bosses. So there's really two ways you can go, but I've gone Helm Smasher to try and ignore some defense to get through those waves a bit quicker, especially in the Doom Tower, right? So that's definitely what I'm going to be doing today, but War Master is a good option. But if I move myself over here, there's actually a mastery called Fearsome Presence where you can apply an extra 5% chance of placing a stun. So you can get that stun from a 75% to an 80% chance. So if you don't have other stun champions, you may want to look to going to Fearsome Presence. Support tree, you want to be going for lasting gifts to extend his buffs. And also which one is it? The rapid response that has a 30% chance of increasing his turn meter by 10% when buffs by this champion removes or expires. Just trying to like cycle his abilities a bit more often. Also, we've got the cycle of magic here with a 5% chance of reducing some skills, which is a nice little touch. Laura's Steel, trying to add to those bonus stats, really does work out. So yeah, that's my Archmage helmet. Is how I built mine today. And he's going to be amazing in dungeons, faction wars, arena, the Doom Tower, even some potential clan boss teams. He's really going to shine, so very versatile. So without further ado, let's take him into a few areas of the game, see where he can shine, and let's get into it. Alright then, so unfortunately the faction wars is not open today, but I must say, he is MVP for this. If you're trying to 3-star, he's able to CC those waves, drop down the turn meters, and increase the damage stats of our champions, right? So he's very unique and very great for the faction wars. But in terms of dungeons, in terms of progression, outstanding. Let's go into the spiders then. We're going to take him all the way down to stage 25 and throw him into a team like this. So somebody may have seen my Ashralon video throughout I think it was last week now. If you don't have someone else who's viable for AoE stun, he's amazing because even though he's only got a 75% chance of placing that stun, he also can reduce the turn meter to other enemies. So let's just show how this team works. It's quite remarkable, and it's done in a pretty good fashion for stage 25. So we're placing those stuns, dropping those turn meters, putting out the burns. You can use a Akoth the Seed or any other AoE HP burn champion. Get some ally protect on with our Tyrant Ixlamore. Drop down some turn meters. Put some more stuns out. Drop some more turn meters. Heartseeker's going to come through from our Cold Hearts here. Some pretty nice damage on that A1 as well. And now it's just a matter of time before the burns tick. Can we get one more stun out? Oh, we got some more increased speed. And there we go. 44 seconds, Archmage Helmet. Such an amazing guy to put into these kinds of teams. And this is very consistent. So he's also going to do an amazing job here. So let's just let this one go through. We have got the stuns going out. We're going to place those burns. And yeah, it's just really amazing. If you guys are trying to progress to stage 25, trying to get some better gear for your accounts, look no further than a composition like this. Even if you don't have a Tyrant and you just have another AoE burn champion. So come on guys, you got this. Place some more stuns. Drop some more turn meters. Heartseeker's coming through. Boom, boom, boom. We might actually beat that time we just did. So there we go. 39 seconds. Very impressive. Using an accessible champion. Alright, so let's head into the Dragon's Lair now. Probably a place where most people like to farm. We're going to take it down to endgame dungeons, so stage 24. And I've set up a free team like this, with the exception of Venomage, of course. And we got my boy Dark Kayle, Ugo for the drop defense, Scylla the Drakes to coincide with the stuns, Archmage to do that CC abilities, and Venomage to help out Dark Kayle here. So yeah, it's all about trying to help progress people, right? Get from those stage 20 dungeons to those stage 24s. And this champion is really going to help you in that right direction. Now, by no means is this going to be a speed farm team. But if you're placing multi-battles overnight, and you're just trying to use champions that you get for free, right? Definitely great options, and I'm pretty sure that you have a few legendary champions sitting around, maybe some poison explosion compositions, or even a seer. Like, having him in a seer team, and he's placing all of those buffs, it really is great. So, let's just cycle through here, guys. You got this. Place some poisons. I actually want to do a guide on this Venomage champion. I believe I haven't done a full in-depth one. So if you guys do want to see that, let me know. But she's definitely up there as a top tier epic for sure. Come on, Dark Kayle. Amazing champion, Dark Kayle, as well. He just takes a bit longer to get from the normal Doom Tower, but if you guys have him, definitely worth the 6 stars. He pairs really great with Venomage because they both have very similar A1s where they detonate poison debuffs, and they both also have poisons in their kit, right? There we go, heal reduction with a passive of damage mitigation. All about CCing. And you can bring these kinds of teams into even the Doom Tower. Now I can see this team being so effective, probably for 90% of the runs in Doom Tower on hard. Because we're applying CC, drop defense, cleanses, increase speed, increase crit rate, increase crit damage, increasing the durations. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm really oversold this guy today, haven't I? Come on, let's go. You got this. And now they're all just wasting their abilities. She's got block debuffs up, guys. Come on. Now, this is where if you want to use them purely for dungeons, you may want to go to the War Master route, right? Try and speed up your runs a bit more, get some War Master damage. Even if you want to use them in Doom Tower bosses, right? But this is going to be around, what was it? I think I tried it a bit earlier. It was about 2 minutes 40 or so. So you're probably looking at around a 3-minute run with a free team like this. Alright guys, let's get some poisons up. Let's detonate some with the A1 abilities. Get us some increased crit rates up. Let's go. Extend. There we go. Nice little A1, 33,000. Look at this. Really supporting our team here. Yeah, that's where they're really similar. Dark Kayle and Venomage. Alright, it's looking more of like a 3-minute run, but with some good RNG, you're definitely looking at around 2 minutes 30 to 2 minutes 45. Depending on like poison detonations and getting through the waves a bit more consistently, right? Alright, let's go. Come on, Archmage. You're supposed to be the timekeeper. I think this is done now. Once this poison ticks, there we go. So 3 minutes 14, stage 24. Remember, it's not stage 25. We don't need that piece of gear right there. And pretty much he's going to be amazing everywhere. But stage 20, yes, it's going to be great. But if you want to start doing stage maybe 23 or something, try to stay away from the force affinities because you're going to get weak hits. So just bear that in mind. But apart from that, all other stages will be perfectly fine. Trying to CC those waves. Finite, also stage 20, not the greatest. But if you're doing stage 25, potentially could have some great use for you. So we kind of covered the dungeons there. Doom Tower, let's just do one run. Let's take him into hard, maybe pick a random floor. Alright, there we go. We got Chris, we got Chevaliers, and God knows what else. So, pretty much same kind of thing. Drop the fence. We're placing stuns. And this is not going to be an easy run by any means. There's going to be a lot of tanky champions here. So you're going to see the full use of his kit here. Holy crap. Who hell swapped her? I have no idea which champion just did that. Does Centaurian do that? He's a rare, right? I wasn't aware that you can do stuff like that. Someone's probably screaming at me right now like, it's not him, it was someone else. But here we go, round 2. We got the Chris. The Battle of the Turtles versus the Wizard. You're a wizard, Archmage. Forget Harry Potter. Let's go. We got some provokes on. And the main reason I want to bring him into the arena is trying to showcase his passive because he's not reducing the turn meters, right? So he's able to cut in, go second, and still be really effective. Boom, drop the fence, more stuns. More stuns. Like, look at this, guys. This is endgame content in the hard Doom Tower using very accessible champions. So if you guys are trying to progress through the waves, trying to get some extra rewards, definitely try to form a team like this where CC is the main focus. Even someone like a Yoshi, a legendary champion with a speed aura, able to place fears and stuff. Also the burns, the decrease or increase accuracy. Yeah, we're not going to go through this one as well, but you guys get the gist of it. Alright, there we go. I don't know why that took so long to come out of there. Alright, so let's just wrap things up in the classic arena. So let's just pick any team, doesn't really matter. I've set up a team like this for you guys today. And we'll put it down to a 1 speed. Let's try and showcase his kit here. Or shall we take it off auto? So we're placing that sleep. Unfortunately, never managed to get through there, but let's strip everything. Now, you could potentially go here, increase the speed and all that stuff. Now, this is my argument for building that 100% crit rate if you want to bring him into the arena, because if you open up with this ability, he has to cycle through again, right? Whereas if you just want to open up with the stun one and the turn meter drop, you want to have the 100% crit rate so you can crit. So let's just target the reviver here. Look at that, guys. We nuked down that arbiter. We finish off the big one. Absolutely amazing. So let's just try do another ability here. Of course, he's going to do the AoE, but let's just do an A1. 51,000. It's not bad. It's not like the greatest in the world. As we said earlier, his base attack is not amazing. But these are like pretty good teams, right? And he's pumping out some great numbers. And this is gold 5. So let's just try find another good example. I really want to get people with like a good affinity. Maybe a team like this. Alright, let's give this one a shot. We'll put it on full auto and see what he can do. So boom. Place those sleeps. Drop the fence and let's see the nukes. 71,000 there on that Duchess. That's pretty nice. Alright, you can revive. It's all good. We just need to cycle through before Warlord cuts in. Oh my god, look at that, guys. Look at him go. Yeah, that's insane. Look, 288,000 damage there. I'm impressed, man. That's some good numbers. Alright, so let's try a team like this. So maybe you guys are in silver, for example, and you've just pulled this champion and you want to kind of face some high cartoons and stuff. So let's take out these kinds of champions. Maybe we could put Physics in here, maybe. Put a 10-meter drop. Hopefully this high cartoon isn't super fast. That's what I'm a bit scared of here. But because he doesn't get 10-meter reduction. Okay, so let's start trying a team like this. Potentially something like this. If you're like silver or something. And hopefully we can outspeed that high cartoon. Which we couldn't, which is all good. Let's strip all this stuff. We don't want to get nuked. Ooh, okay. So let's try kill him. There we go. We got some nice stuns out. We're going to play some block buffs. Okay. It's all good. Let's get some ally protection on with some decreased speed. We'll come through the provoke on the next cycle. No. Ooh, okay. Now, let's kill you off. Nearly. Ooh. Let's cleanse. Get a heal in. Drop your turn meter down a little bit. Kill him off. Leave him alone. There we go. So who do we want to kill next? Maybe let's try go for you. There we go. Drop down the turn meter with the A1 Evil Eye Mastery. And this is maybe a team that you guys are seeing in silver. So I'm just trying to be relatable for all player bases here. And let's just finish them off. Boom, boom. Place that stun and pretty much a nice win there. So if you guys are trying to face some high cartoons and you're trying to use a speed aura to compete and you don't want to max one of these, which is actually an amazing champion by the way, definitely a great champion to bring in for his aura. Let's just try find one more harder team and then we'll wrap things up. Alright, so let's just go in against the Magnar. He's the great affinity for him and let's see what kind of damage we could do here. I really wanted to showcase the 10-meter effects of Deacon. But doing that, we have to die to do it. But look at that stuns. Let's go. Come through with the recycle. Let her revive. I don't know why she didn't revive there, but okay. Boom, boom. Let's go. Pretty amazing, man. So yeah, that was Archmage Helmet. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know if you're going to be maxing this dude or how close you are to getting him in the normal Doom Tower. I'll catch you guys on the next one and peace.